Viewers, the tussle between the United States and Canada refuses to die down. In the latest, US President Donald Trump has called Canada a nasty negotiator. Here's why.
The tussle between the United States and Canada refuses to die down. In the latest, US President Donald Trump has called Canada a nasty negotiator. In conversation with the media, Donald Trump also reiterated his claim that Canada should become the 51st US state, claiming that it cost US $200 billion a year in subsidy to keep Canada afloat.
And yet it costs us $200 billion a year in subsidy to keep Canada afloat. So when I say they should be a state, I mean that. I really mean that. Because we can't be expected to carry a country that is right next to us on our border. It would be a great state. It would be a cherished state.
Trump's latest remark comes a day after Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney said that he is ready to meet US President only if he shows respect for Canada's sovereignty. Significantly, Canadian Prime Minister Carney hasn't spoken to Donald Trump since assuming the Prime Minister's office. Carney has said that he is ready to meet with Trump if he shows respect for Canada's sovereignty. Amid the ongoing trade war with the United States, Prime Minister Carney has met UK PM Keir Starmer and French President Emmanuel Macron on his first official overseas trip, seeking support from two of Ottawa's oldest allies. Canada is holding talks with the European Union to join an EU drive to break its security dependency on the United States.
Viewers, thousands of people celebrated the Kurdish Newroz festival in Doak by holding torches and climbing up a mountain under fireworks. The day marks the passing of the dark season and arrival of season of light for Kurds. Here's more.
Thousands of people celebrated the Kurdish Newroz Spring Festival in the semi-autonomous Kurdish region of Dohuk in Iraq. Men and women in the northern Kurdish town of Akre were seen welcoming the new year by holding torches and climbing mountains with colorful explosions filling the sky above them. As excitement over the festivities went on, Kurds grooved to the fireworks. The festival, celebrated on the first day of spring, symbolizes the passing away of the dark season and the arrival of the season of light. The festival marks political importance as it symbolizes the Kurdish culture and the struggle of the Kurds to have their own autonomous nation. As celebrations continued, Kurds expressed joy over finally being able to hold the Kurdish flag freely.
I'm here for Newroz in Kurdistan, Akre. I have the Kurdish flag. Kurdistan is amazing. The people are so kind here. It's beautiful. The culture is incredible. I'm so happy to be here. I've wanted to come for years. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
خوشترین هستا بۆ من وەکو ژیانەوەیەک وایە هەست دەکەم لەو ڕۆژەدا من دیسان لە دایک دەبمەوە و ئەو بۆیە هەرێمی کوردستانیشم زۆر پێ خۆشە چونکە بە ئازادی دەتوانین دەری ببڕین کە من کوردم بە ئازادی دەتوانین پەرچەمی کوردستان بگرین بەدەستمانەوە بە ئازادی دەتوانین گوێمان لە سرودی عێراقی ببێ.
The day marks the successful victory of Kurds over their struggles to have their own nation.
Thousands took to the streets across Slovakia to voice their opposition to Prime Minister Robert Fico and his pro-Russia policies. Over the last 3 months, tens of thousands of people have rallied every fortnight in Bratislava, demanding Fico's resignation. The protest began in late December after Fico's trip to Moscow for talks with Russian President Putin, a rare visit to Kremlin by a European Union leader since Moscow's all-out invasion of Ukraine. French Prime Minister Francois Bayrou visited KNDS weapons factory in Bourges, hinting to an immense European effort in rearmament. The rearmament initiative follows the EU announcement to break its security dependency on the United States. Bayrou praised the manufacturing capabilities of Franco-German manufacturers, as well as the firepower of Caesar cannon, which is currently being used in the war in Ukraine. The European Union on Wednesday announced its new security drive focusing on buying more defense equipment in Europe. Flight operations resume at London's Heathrow Airport after Europe's busiest travel hub had been shut most of the day due to a fire incident at a nearby electrical substation, sparking a massive power cut not just in the airport but across the vicinity. Heathrow Airport had cancelled all flights for the day but was able to resume some after electricity was restored. The airport authorities also apologized for the disruption and said there had been no choice but to shut the airport for safety reasons. Clashes broke out between demonstrators and police in Istanbul, Ankara and Izmir. The most violent clash was at Ankara's Middle East Technical University when police fired tear gas and water cannons to disperse the demonstration. Students said rubber bullets were used, but the government has denied the allegations. Authorities on Friday announced more road closures in Istanbul and shuttered metro stops near the university in Ankara. Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah swears in as Namibia's first female president, reaching the highest office in her land nearly 60 years after she joined the liberation movement fighting for independence from apartheid South Africa. Her inauguration comes the day after Namibia's parliament elected its first female speaker. Ndaitwah's swearing in coincided with the 35th anniversary of Namibia's independence.
My inauguration today is taking place against the backdrop of solid foundation that was laid by my predecessors. Our founding president, Dr. Sam Nujoma, who led the liberation struggle and laid a solid foundation for peace, political stability, democracy, social and economic development.